All right, so Titans League's Season 5. We've got Gold Action, which is the 25K League. And we've got Stone Please stealing a boar right at the start. So that's a hell of a way to start off the game. Now, we do have the Civ draft here, which I misclicked. I'm so sorry. That's not what I meant to do. What I meant to do was this. Stone Please, he's got Spanish first pick, which is already kind of wild. And then he was able to snag... Do I have this flipped? Yeah, I think I have this flipped. This is hard to get used to. I'm basically doing all of this so Hardy doesn't have to do the editing later. Hold up. What? It's not working. I hate this. He has Bengalis on the draft. And Bengalis here tells me he might go fast castle. I know he's done some training with Phosphorus. He's tried to do some fast castles before. And Classicpro will come forward. He will steal the boar. And he will get his meat back. So I guess he knew. I guess he found out. And so he'll come back and get his food. Now, I saw Armenians. I got excited because I thought we would... Oh my god, dude. That that could have been horrible. I got excited because I thought maybe we would see longswords here. So I'm wondering now what Classicpro's thinking, because StonePlease has a bit of a history of this. He's gone for fast castle strats before. He almost killed Mr. Yo in an Arabia event with it. I still don't mind Armenians to counter this. Maybe getting to longswords and feudal age could put a stop to it. And StonePlease is here. And he's doing his best to block. Now, StonePlease is the fastest player in AoE 2. He is the fastest. There is no one faster. You could tell there with the clicks, but not enough. Let's actually do a StonePlease APM test, shall we? We've had a lot of action for a Dark Age. And according to this, well, it's actually pretty slow. Those are some rookie numbers for him. He only has 145 average military APM with the Dark Age Scout. So we'll see if he gets any faster, but maybe he hasn't had his coffee today. He can actually be averaging the 300s. I still do not understand that. It's probably a lot of overclicking. But yeah, nice job from Classicpro. Classicpro will get Loom. So he'll probably click up to Feudal Age. And StonePlease has a stone here. And I believe he's going to take it. It is great that the player named StonePlease is basing his first strategy around taking stone. I appreciate that. He's actually found some extra deer in the middle. He's trying to double deer push it through. He should be good. So here's something that I think all other high-level pros need to do a better job at adapting to is the double deer push. And again, Phosphorus influence, because Red Phosphorus trains with some players. And anytime Phosphorus is playing, he's doing plenty of pushing himself. So that should be some extra food, which is nice for a fast castle. He can get it underneath the TC. I will try the double deer push. It's really hard to get it right. And so usually it's like 20 to 30% of the time you can get it. I don't think people have practiced it enough where they can consistently get it from like the middle of the map. I think everyone's got the talent, but they haven't had the practice. That's an example of it. That's a really long push. Doing it from the side of your base, then like, yeah, you know, that's whatever. But doing it from the middle of the map is next level stuff. And there are some people who do it, some people who don't do it. Wait, so Classicpro is just going to go archers here. No man-at-arms. And he's not scouting his opponent either. All the things that you would normally want to do to really try and apply pressure to this strategy he's not going for. He's just going to open with some archers. I think having the mule carts is inherently very good on this map because you have very little access to wood. And it's just even more punishing than standard Acropolis. But, yeah, I mean, we'll see if he can get the damage done as we just have the full walls here from StonePlease. I don't know if it'll work, but you gotta respect that StonePlease... I think there's good chances it'll work, but you just love how every game matters, and StonePlease has practiced something, you know? He's turned this into a freaking arena here. Full walls... Walls should all be completed. Got the food from the extra deer, even pushing in one more ibex and saving the scout. So I don't think the archers from Classic Pro are really going to do anything here. Casually Sam says, T90, have you considered hunting horse start on any TTL maps to force expansion for hunt? No, I haven't. I think we have a really good mix. Like, the new Valley has lots of reasons to potentially take the risk for hunt. I've always liked the pros and cons of you using your starting scout to push a deer or not, because you sacrifice scouting intel. Removing the potential for players to do something is not typically what I think makes for a good map or good gameplay. So, like, the horse just has less effect on the game. What you would actually see if they had a horse instead of a scout is you would see way more walling, because there's way less potential to stop the walling. So, that's not really... I like the options, and in this case, it's just kind of a different situation, right? Like, StonePlease has taken... He's brought in, like, 4 or 5 extra deer. He's been really damn good with it. And so far, so good for him. He even kills the scout. His scout will die, and here comes Classic Pro with some pressure. But if I knew it was StonePlease, if I knew it was Bengalis, I would have never gone for the archer opening here. I think I would have gone for a very different approach, because this build is one of the toughest fast castle builds to stop, and I would know that that is something that StonePlease is comfortable doing. But I don't know if Classic Pro knows that. I mean, I'm like watching every single set. StonePlease isn't a player who every player is super familiar with, I guess. StonePlease has decisions to make. He's getting towered. He's getting pressured on this side. But he already gained 2 additional vills from getting to Feudal Age. He'll gain 2 more when he makes it to Castle Age. Typically, you want this castle to go where the wood and the gold is. He probably would be too crazy to go to the top of the hill, especially because he doesn't have the scouting. So I think he will just end up placing the castle maybe right around here. And then he can take this wood and take this gold. But it's just the amount of resource he was able to bring in. He brought in all of his normal deer. He brought in 3 additional deer. And he brought in 2 of his boars. Is crazy value from the scouting. And now he's going to make it to Castle Age. Bengalis are one of the best tips to go fast castle because you get the additional vills. But really, it's just what the Ratha can do that can change games. The melee and the ranged mode. If you learn how to use the unit, it's very strong. Actually, it's a very niche unit too, because some people think they suck. Some people used to say they were garbage, and then these builds started to pop up out of nowhere. But it's tough. Like, I'd say I'm in the category of player who can't really get full value from the Ratha, because the switching of the modes is really awkward to manage, just because I haven't really practiced it. Star Draco, when you write a message with caps lock on, the voice inside of my head screams it. And I know it was probably a really important question, but kindly asking if you could not have caps lock. Thank you. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. Yeah, we've got Gold League here. I don't think we have any more Silver League sets today, so this is Gold League. StonePlease with his first Ratha. Behind this, walls from Classic Pro. The downside of doing this strat on this map, guys, there's 2 things. First off, you don't have much wood and gold, so you can't just safely stay next to your castle forever. Second reason this strategy is maybe a little risky is it takes a really long time to get to your opponent's base. So I guess it does make it more difficult for them to get to your base initially, but to use this for pressure takes some time. But I think a siege push from the hill would be amazing, and you could see StonePlease bringing the villager forward already, so this was always part of the plan. You won't have any siege at home, though, so if Classic Pro is able to get to Castle Age with, so far, a better economy, a cleaner economy because he got eco upgrades and he didn't take the risks. You know, in theory, then, this army from Classic Pro could do damage to pressure that woodline, but the villagers are just going to move over here now. Yeah, I think Classic Pro just needs to stop the Siege Workshop from going up. And still no Siege Workshop from StonePlease. Phosphor is losing his mind right now. I don't know if he's watching this very second. If he is, I'd love for him to speak up in chat. But he told me I needed to watch this series. And I know he's trained. I didn't hear anything more, but I know he and StonePlease have played games together. And so I think he's like looking at this villager right now like, where's the siege workshop? Where's the siege workshop? Now, killing off these archers would be huge before the upgrades. And he did get the first archer armor upgrade. So the base stats on the Ratha are just so strong. You get to them this quickly. Feudal Age units don't stand a chance. Even Feudal Age skirms don't stand a chance. And beautiful clear up there from StonePlease. You love to see it. And he also saves that Ratha too. So 5 HP on that. Maybe it'll be a monastery. Eventually, maybe he could heal it in the castle. But that's a full clear of that army. So now it's going to be only skirms from Classic Pro, which is the unit that you would advise to make against the Ratha. But then could be siege pressure on the front as well. Economy's not the best for StonePlease. He has more idle TC than you would typically want, but it's all about the damage now. Eventually, Classic Pro would have to leave for wood. He's running out of trees. And Classic Pro, he's just hoping there's no siege workshop. No real easy way to know right now. But once his upgrades kick in, he probably will leave his base. Not that scared of the Ratha just yet. I think Classic Pro, if he had scouting here, it might be worth a sneak over here at some point, but there's really not a lot of wood around. All the wood is on the front. So this is so much more punishing than the normal Acropolis. It's reverse Acropolis. You're running out of trees, and you can't defend yourself easily because you're downhill. And, well, he sees it. And there's a church there from Classic Pro, but the church doesn't really do too much to defend the position. It defends the units from running in. The church can still be pushed over time by the mangonels. Does anyone remember I was covering a set and someone went Fast Castle Unique Unit against Classic Pro? Do you guys remember who that was? I feel like this is something that he probably is not enjoying to running into in tournaments. It was against Viper in King of the Desert. He went Archers and Viper went Fast Castle Golems with the Phosphor build. So, it's happened to him before. More and more people are trying this stuff now, so it just gets so much more difficult and so much more awkward. Also, this is so good for the siege because the siege is on the hill. So they cannot get directly killed by the mangonel that Classic Pro wants to add right now. The skirms can't be anywhere near this. How do you stop this? I don't know what you do. You could... If you were gifted the food, maybe you could add a knight, but there's going to be monks as well. You have to hope for really good micro engagements. But that will be the first and maybe the last time that StonePlease gets surprised. He knows about this now. Ooh, and he gets the kills. And that's what that little hill does for you. Without the elevation there would be a trade for 1-for-1. The villager's there to repair as well. Another mangonel's on the way for Classic Pro, who is running out of trees. StonePlease venturing a little too far, maybe. He doesn't need to take this risk, in my opinion. I think this gives your opponent an opportunity to take your mangonel, but I guess if you bring the Ratha in as well, it could be solid. The mangonel will always eject near the TC with that risk being there. Yeah, see, now it's tough for StonePlease because now that can happen. I think he went too far. You got to stay patient on the hill. You're doing fine. He is adding economy, though. He's on the berries. He has farms. He's adding vills. He has used the market a decent amount, but so is Classic Pro. That's the issue for players who lack a bit of experience and are really fast. They feel like they have to end the game right away, and sometimes they overextend. You don't need that here. You hold this position, and Classic Pro just eventually runs out of wood. And he's investing wood into repairing this church, too, so. You could go, Redemption in Classic Pro's position. It'll be tough to get the gold, but there's some gold there, and I think with Redemption, you can maybe convert the siege, and this could start to turn around. He's kept all of his skirms alive. His micro's insane up the hill right now. I wonder if StonePlease is starting to think it's getting too risky to push and that he will go for more economy. Maybe a second TC on the hill or something. I'd say the obvious place for a town center would be here. Because he's going to need trees, right? These woodlines are not good for him either. But there's so much micro happening. Again, I would say the idle TC is borderline expected. Because this is a low eco approach. Not having Bowsaw is definitely expected. So none of those things I would say is a mistake from StonePlease. He's looking now. I think he wants to know if his opponent is on another woodline. Look at him search. But there, he's not. He's just like slowly running out. There's another TC from Classicpro. Redemption is in now. Once Redemption is in, the siege can be converted. So that, especially with the fortified church, gives you some nice potential. Because you can hop in and out. I've been really impressed with both players here. They're both playing so good. I guess it's expected, but the level jump when I go from a silver series to a gold series is dramatic. And it probably will be very similar from gold to platinum when platinum begins. Just crazy how different skill levels can be, even though they're just 20 players away from each other. The Ratha go in. They snipe the monks. Sniped every single monk. Ah! Okay. Well, he did just kill 5 of his own units. But in his defense, there was a lot happening at that time. I still think he's fine because he killed 3 monks. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. Damn, dude. You cannot look away from this right now. There is so much happening. Oh, and StonePlease with the good micro again. He also kills a monk again. And now he's getting Bodcanero. There is a counterattack with skirms. If only the skirmishers would go to the other side. If the skirms would go to the left, maybe they can get some value here. StonePlease still refuses to take any risks. I think he spotted those skirmishers. And wow, Classicpro is going to run over here and drop a castle there. What a cool game. I love that castle, because if it's a town center, you just get siege pushed again. I love that as well. He hops out with the monk. StonePlease has to back off the push. Oh, the skirms are actually over here. So StonePlease now is no longer focusing in just one area. He's now getting distracted. That's part of what makes this build good, is typically you just defend everything around the castle and you never need to look home. But now he will have to. And he's definitely thinking about the golds and the woodlines up there. He is not thinking about the left side. I don't think Classicpro should take that woodline. I think he should be taking this woodline because, you know, that could be ranged, but Classicpro's got bigger problems. He also has Vils over here. So just casually taking that gold, which is crazy. The StonePlease finally takes down the fortified church. That took such a long time to do. And he's going to run away with that relic. The monks are ready to convert. The Ratha are just going to sacrifice themselves to kill the monks again, which is completely fine. That is a fine trade. And now the monk drops the relic, will convert the Ratha back to the blue side. Easy. And the siege push could continue on against the siege workshop as well. So well managed from StonePlease. And the micro there is good as well. Classicpro just still can't get rid of this guy. He does stop the skirmishers over here. Guys, if he keeps walking, this would be a major raid. If he keeps moving and finds this, there's no defense there. And then Classicpro's got a moment for defensive mangonel shots. Pay attention here. Well, actually, never mind. There's a million Ratha out of the castle. That'll get cleared up, no problem. There still will be a defensive mangonel shot, I think. At least that's the hope. Yep, StonePlease noticed it, but just a little late. But he gets the kill. And his Ratha will kill this, no problem. That's so many Ratha. This castle has been producing... can I check that stat with this building? I can. I have to click it, right? Castle has been working 60% of the time. Ever since it's completed. That's a crazy amount of Ratha queued. And honestly, I think it's been similar with the Siege Workshop, too. There's always been more mangonels. So now he's broken the church. He stole the relic. The free relic for the Armenians is in a Bengali monastery. He's taken down the siege workshop. And now he's going to eat the TC. There is some side shenanigans for Classicpro. So he does have this little bubble of space. But again, he's got vills exposed. They're not all underneath the castle. StonePlease is still looking around back there. I don't know what the Ratha is doing, but it's spinning and it's doing things and it's moving. And then his friends are getting some kills here. I think this is the only place that Classicpro is looking right now. And he ends up losing the mangonel after getting the conversion. StonePlease just found out about the castle. I really think if StonePlease just is able to play normal now and just drop a TC and just boom, he's fine. But you don't start normal. You don't want to finish normal. I think it's okay. I have not really seen Composite Bowman against Ratha very frequently. I know Composite Bowman against Siege is not great for the Composite Bowman. But against the Ratha, they might be decent. At the very least, they're a cheap unit, which I think has a lot of value here. And they do produce quickly, which also gives you lots of value. And they're running this way. And this is all exposed. And StonePlease is still looking at this army. StonePlease, protect your base. One of the weaknesses when players go all in and they look at your base is they never protect themselves. And oh man, StonePlease. This is going to be a long period where he's not taking wood and he's not taking gold. He runs all the way over here for gold. Don't know about these vills. But they have to flee. And now he's bringing all of his army back. All of his siege back. All of his monks back. And the villagers are getting sniped. Can Classicpro win this game? Can Classicpro win this game? I think the answer has to be yes. Is it guaranteed he wins? Absolutely not. Can he win? Yes. He's got all of his town centers. He's got 82 vills. He's got a castle. But I think his unit needs to be good. Is the comp bowman good enough? Or is it just going to get wiped up here? Ratha are expensive. They're more expensive than the composite bowman. And the Ratha are kind of mispatrolling there. Guys, I think that's a fine fight. That's a fine trade. StonePlease is focusing on the front. StonePlease wants to kill the monk. Classicpro loses the monk, but this fight is actually going pretty good for Classicpro. StonePlease is bringing some villagers this way. I don't know what he's looking to do, but he does have the stone for a castle. So there could be a castle drop. Could be risky castle drop because he's also looking over here. Classicpro will see this depending on where the castle goes. StonePlease is clearly gearing up for the castle, but his army's over here now. I guess he does have this army coming over. Comp Bowman come in. Comp Bowman will snipe the monks. If Classicpro sees this and comes to the left, he can deny this castle and end the game. He's looking over here. He doesn't see it. Now he sees it. Now he sees it. What a crazy castle, bro. What a crazy castle. I think the castle will go up. There's a choke point here, so you can just place a building and block it off for a second or two. Yeah, that's fine. That was risky, though. He really didn't have a lot of army there. But it's risky for Classicpro if he runs in. If you don't deny this, your whole army could die. Is he denying it? Oh, it's just a little bit too late. But now what? Like, now you've got a castle next to you. Now the Ratha are still chasing. Not easy to get out of here. He is microing underneath the castle to try and get value as he obviously needs to flee eventually. He's got a 50 villager lead. What is this game? Let's do a Classicpro resources check because he is going to be out of res soon. Out of available resources because he's surrounded. And StonePlease has looked over here, so he knows where some of those resources are. Stony is here. That's getting pushed. Gold is, I think, behind the castle, and there's not a lot of it. And then 0 relics. He needs to sneak. StonePlease has outposts everywhere, so he can spot him. But he needs to sneak, and he needs to, like... Actually, these vills. These vills are the key now. These vills need to build up a little family, and they need to expand over on the stones and the golds. That could be nice. Imp is on the way for StonePlease. How? Imp is on the way. He's got 13 on food. Some of that's still probably a random deer or two. It's not, but that's what it feels like. How is he imping? Well, with Imp, he can make Trebs. And with Trebs, he can take down the castles. And with Trebs, he can take down everything else as well. Such a good game from StonePlease. It's such a crazy game from Classicpro. Classicpro's imping. In this town center as well, which is the safe town center. This one might not be up. This one definitely isn't going to be up. So he even thought of that. And yeah, he'll find some gold now, so he'll know. I still think he's got to try and find where StonePlease is taking res. This gold here is the key, but it takes so long to get there. Do you really want to weave the whole way around StonePlease's base? Probably not, but you might just have to. Guys, there's the value destroyed stat. 14k value destroyed from StonePlease in this game. Oh, and the monks are out of the town center from Classicpro. Yeah, and he converted one, and then he goes right back inside the TC. What a hold. So yeah, resources collected very high for Classicpro, but he's just lost so many units. Oh man, look, if he continued through there, StonePlease would have had problems. StonePlease is already gating it. I think this army is worried about being trapped right now. I see a town center foundation for Classicpro. I don't know who's building it, but I know it's there. What? Those vills? No, don't build it with those vills. No, not those vills. Well, he doesn't know about any of this, right? He doesn't have it scouted. He does have that gold scouted, so he's going to try. Those vills are the safety, the only safe vills he has. It might complete the town center, though. The Classicpro's still been in and out of this town center, hoping to get conversions. Ooh, big uphill shot there from StonePlease. He added a siege from home now to stop these comp bowmen that will soon have bracer at the very least, but we have 0 gold income. Actually 0 gold income for Classicpro because he doesn't even have a relic. So he'll need to sell a lot, and that's fine, but he needs trebuchets and he needs upgrades on his composite bowman. And he also need more monks. Does StonePlease see this town center? Oh, he can't see it. I just assumed he would see it. He cannot actually see that town center. And look at him double checking too. He's like, how's this guy go imp? He clearly saw imp and said, how? Well, Classicpro's losing stone miners there, but at least he's had some stone. This town center is going to go up. Still, StonePlease continues to check around. The micro from Classicpro in the middle is ridiculous. And he needs it to be ridiculous because he can win if his micro is ridiculous and he applies pressure to the eco of StonePlease. StonePlease is starting to bring villagers to the middle, but the repairs are coming in, but he loses the mangonel. Guys, he's running out of gold right now. It's not stone, please. It's gold, please. It's wood, please. It's sanity, please. And Classicpro still has some stone banked up. He's able to sell off some food to get enough gold. If he can get rid of this castle, he can maybe take the fight. He has this town center. Now, StonePlease has found it. There's not much he can really do about it right now. StonePlease will actually run out of stone, and he only has 5 repair vills. Classicpro can repair with everything. I also think the composite bowmen are pretty good right now. So if you save your castles, it can produce them out of 2 castles. Also mix in some skirms, which he's making. You could still win this game. Ah! All right, maybe give up on composite bowmen. Maybe worry about skirmishers instead. Castle down. And StonePlease just noticed this town center. And Classicpro reacts right away, dude. And he garrisons. And he's got his monks ready. And he's got his trebs ready. And he's got skirms in there. Is this where it all falls apart for StonePlease? I thought he had this game. I think maybe he thought he had this game. He might take this castle down, but his trebs are exposed. Villagers are back to gold for Classicpro. I mean, pretty soon Classicpro's going to run out of trees. Look where his wood income is. It's all so exposed. But he's played the meta. He has held on. And even though he's had such a tough go of it here, this would be ridiculous. He's even chopping a tree right there. That's how bad the wood eco is. His villagers are wandering out here. Trebs are too exposed for StonePlease. I think he's out of gas now. He's nothing left. And not too difficult to envision a town center over on this gold or something for Classicpro. Classicpro's styling right now. What a game. What a game. And Classicpro wins it. Oh my god, dude. How on earth does he win this game? What a win. He always had more vills. He always had more vills. The KD was not great. The value destroyed for StonePlease was always way higher. But guys, it was just took so long to break Classicpro. Like that first church took forever to kill, but he did eventually kill it. This town center took forever to kill. Did eventually kill it. Town center, castle on the left, all that stuff eventually goes down, but it just took so long. How was he able to actually add eco and expand? You can't build on that rock terrain. He's up to like the very freaking edge of space that he can utilize here, and it was enough. I think, realistically, it's hard for me to be that critical of anything StonePlease did. I'm thinking about it now as I'm going to look at the resources and stuff. He just needed to kill faster. The strat was good. The execution was solid. He just needed to break him faster. He needed to stop him from getting this castle. That's clearly it, right? That's clearly it. Siege Workshop was late. I agree with that. But let's just... Even still, he had the right idea. He was already thinking about res back here and res back here. This was a castle that was placed with basically no protection. If this castle is denied, the game ends. Because then Classicpro can never take those resources. But he was so focused on the micro here because Classicpro was doing so well. And because Classicpro had the counterattack too. It's understandable that you would miss that. Wow. I love that. That was such a good game. Hopefully for StonePlease, he has a couple more tricks up his sleeve. He doesn't need the tricks. He's a really good standard player. But man, Classicpro, that was unbelievable. I thought he was so dead. I didn't even care about the Vil count. I just thought, no chance. Well, against that many Mangonels, that many Ratha, he produced, what was it? 114 Ratha that game. And 13 Mangonels. I mean, whew. Okay. A lot happening. Stomach is growling. Viewers asking questions I'd love to answer. And then players are in game number 2. So I'll skip the food. I'll get to some questions if I can. But first, let's get the outro out of the way. Game 1 was such a banger. Realizing now I forgot to add the flags. Both these players are incredible. But Classicpro, he's a player who's former Platinum, and that it showed. And honestly, it's still early, but Classicpro could be one of the favorites in the group to maybe make it back to Platinum. He wins game number 1 against a crazy all-in off-meta strategy. But now, StonePlease is probably just going to play the meta here. He's playing Byzantines. Byzantines don't have any weird fast castle shenanigans. This map as well, I don't think necessarily give you good opportunities. So I think he's going to show you guys, if you've never seen him play before, that he can play Spear Skirm and maybe a mix of fire ships, which the Byzantines are always going to want to do. A dock's going up on the island for StonePlease, and he got his villager there really early. And Classicpro is bringing his villager down here. Now, this is risky. It's also surprising to me because I find that the Japanese, they're usually the one that should have the dock up just ever so slightly faster because of the cheap lumber camp. So, StonePlease must have taken a straggler tree or figured out getting a couple villagers to wood early. And I like that dock position. Daniel, what's up, dude? Speaking of Gold League. He says, why my group so scary? Oh, please. Oh, please. Didn't you just win 3-0? Aren't you top of the group right now? Daniel, you are the only American in the top 3 leagues. So the entire country's hopes and dreams rest on your shoulders, okay? Good luck, dude. I think your group is pretty scary, though. And you had a good start, but you never know. So stay sharp. Maybe don't... I think you lost 2-1 to StonePlease, right? So you're paying very close attention to this. Just maybe don't transport on Coast Arena next time, and you'll probably be good. Your performance was great in the second round. Cappy, thank you for the 7 months. Thank you, Zordon, for the Prime. Thank you, Hertzum, Jake the Red, the Bombers. Thank you, everybody. Darthel has asked, will there ever be another Hidden Cup? And I didn't respond, and now says another Hidden Cup, question mark? And then has responded with a smiley face. I have no answers for you. It's always possible. I can't give you any information on that. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, so I'm not going to say wink, wink, or anything like that. But no, the reality is TTL is my focus right now. It's the biggest event that I've ever done in terms of the importance to the scene and the prize pool. And people are not hidden, unfortunately. So, genuinely, I do not know if I will ever do another Hidden Cup. For real. If the motivation returns, I'm all about it. I'm doing it, right? But that is how I operate. And I got to be at 110% with anything I do. So, but yeah, thank you. Thank you. Oh, what's happening here? Classicpro came out of nowhere and has an opportunity to kill the Vil, and the quick walls from StonePlease need to happen. And he gets them down. Well played. It's still not great, though. This villager could be walled in, so he has some decisions to make. But if he wanted to build a second dock, he now can't do it at the time he wanted. I think his initial plan was 2 docks. Yeah, there he goes. And he gets away. He'll place the second dock. There goes the scouts. There goes the villager. And now, I mean, Classicpro also can't build the second dock because he was doing that. So maybe he compromises and builds the dock here. Or maybe he doesn't build the dock at all. StonePlease is up super fast. We've got a little bit of a bubble wall, or an egg wall, which looks ugly, but gets the job done for StonePlease, which is absolutely what you need against the Japanese. There's, I'd say, 2 civs that should always go man-at-arms here. Dravidians and Japanese. If you're playing against them and you don't expect it, you're foolish. So, nice play. That is exactly what's happening behind for Classicpro. And now Classicpro can't have any, he doesn't have any knowledge of where the resources are or what the opponent is doing. So he doesn't know about the second dock. That's bad. He doesn't know about the base layout or the, I mean, he knows the general direction, but that's it. That's also not so good. So really nice opening here from StonePlease. He's behind in resources collected, but I think that just could be a little bit of idle time, and then the fact that it's Japanese fishing ships on the other side. He sees the barracks. He sees the archer range. He'll double check to see the gold in the woodline, which he already saw. StonePlease has been everywhere. And he's found the fishing ships too. Bringing the spearman's a nice little touch. I don't think it'll make that big of a difference. Really, the key right now is those man-at-arms. This is going to be the late man-at-arms attack. Maybe you don't even show them. I like that from Classicpro. He uses the fishing ship to tank. Oh, that's beautiful from Classicpro. He doesn't get the kill, though, on the fire galley. I think he's paranoid about losing his villager. Now the dock is actually blocking. And now the fishing ships can come back in to block the damage. Villager is also blocked by the fire ship. I think there's a chance you can run underneath the TC at a certain stage here. He doesn't know anything. Maybe you just camp the berries. But I really think if this gets messy on water, you can just click these through and hope for the best. So, oh man, there's a lot to take in right now. But yeah, I can't really answer any more questions about an event that's not happening, guys. So, will there be streams on YouTube? Yes. Streaming the main event on YouTube starting on Friday. So if you prefer a YouTube stream, you'll have that. Videos will still go up to extras in 4K like we've done in the previous seasons. But committing hard to the YouTube streams alongside the Twitch streams coming Friday. The fire galleys could still be a big difference in this game. You need the repairs on the weak ones. Both players are doing that. The villagers are actually weak. Man-at-arms are just attacking the house. StonePlease will have the walls up behind and an archer there. The StonePlease needs his berries now because the fish could be in jeopardy. And you need the farms as well at a certain point. Not sure what happened here. I guess StonePlease attacked these goats. I guess there's no way he made the mistake to eat them out there. So I think StonePlease hit them with the scout. And StonePlease has 2 archers following in, guys. This is really good. But then we also have the archers this way from Classicpro. But Byzantines are adaptable here. Byzantines can see things coming from a long way away. Beautiful walls there from StonePlease. And he's got his scout and 2 archers with fletching right here. That should be a Vil kill. That's a really nice find. This is why you wall like this. If you try to full wall, something would be exposed. And he sees the archers. So he'll immediately build the tower on his gold. This will be a free villager kill. Still the fight's happening on water, though. And so far, Classicpro's been okay there. Left 10, I just saw your dono message. Thank you. Again, I have no info. I think Classicpro should probably give up. That's a really nice play there. He should probably slowly give up on water purely because he doesn't have a lot of fish around. So it's just really tough for him to full fish that map with the way his docks are set up. The archers and man-at-arms for Classicpro able to make StonePlease work. And actually, he's taking a good fight. It's a really nice fight. Nice defense from Classicpro. He's in now. He's in, but it'll just be the man-at-arms. But that's what you wanted before. That's what you'll take now. That archer's on 2 HP and needs to run away, and the wood line is getting disrupted. Eco's falling apart here for StonePlease. Man, Classicpro's just so good at gaining momentum, even if he's under a lot of pressure. He was outproduced on fires up here in the north. His opponent was on range units at a slightly faster time as well. And StonePlease is just... He's a little rattled right now. I find that with StonePlease and with a lot of players, right? If you have momentum and you hold momentum, everything's good. But the second momentum falls apart, it's really hard to claw it back. Especially when you're the underdog, especially when you don't have as much experience in tournaments. Again, these tiny details, like that's a villager on 1 HP. Okay, it dies. You needed to stand there still. And back here, the man-at-arms die. StonePlease will clear this up. Still fine. Still manageable. I prefer the Japanese over the Byzantine. Sorry. I prefer the Byzantines over the Japanese. The longer this game goes on. I think the fact that StonePlease immediately built this tower, that's one of those split-second decisions that you feel you have to make. But I don't even know if it was needed. He wasn't being attacked on the golds. He would have been able to just wait a second or two and make some army to clear that. Might end up being a really poor tower. He placed this tower here because the archers were here. And in Castle Age, this tower does very little to protect the gold, right? It's like on the back of your base. And Classicpro's on the way to Castle Age. Does use the market. Does sell all of his stone. And does have a really weird house wall here. I mean, he could keep going and then eventually be full walled this way, but I think he needs to realize and maybe wall the other direction. Nice job for StonePlease. And he ends up clearing up the fire. But we have a dock down here from Classicpro. What is that? Archers are also down in this area. Is he going to fish down here, or is that just for the food income from the villagers? Also, Dino Dance in chat for this dock. And for Arch, and for Emu, and for Palmat, and for Arbase, and for Titans League Season 5, and for Turs, and for Courier, and for Grey Knowledge. This is just... I can't speak. This just isn't an area I was expecting anyone to focus on at this point. I think in early feudal, it's really good. But it's also underrated. People always forget about the stone and gold down here, too. And maybe if it's just not an area that people typically look for, that's a good move. But it's almost like StonePlease senses something. He's going to double check. And he's going to find all of the villagers. That is so risky. StonePlease. Yeah, he's right. He's going to be like, oh, shoot. There are villagers here. Nice. He's got the house over here, which that area is completely closed off anyways. But yeah, that's why when you have the lead, maybe you don't take the risk here, Classic Pro. Classic Pro will have his skirms, but he loses 4 vills. He is still fighting on water, but it's mainly about the damage he wants with the range units. StonePlease will buy a tower. Just needs to hold. Now, if StonePlease wins water, there's lots of fish around those docks. Very easy to gain the lead there. And he's already winning on water. This is good for StonePlease, I think. The pressure's annoying, but I think the tower's a good call. Much better than the earlier tower. He knows he's ahead on water, so he's adding the fish. He needs his ranged upgrades. And Classic Pro is dropping the second town center, which StonePlease can't do yet. But that's okay. If you have the fishing ships, it should be pretty much even then. Byzantines have cheaper units as well, so cheap skirms. Japanese can't really say that, and yeah, I just really hate playing as the Japanese in this matchup long term. It's a really rough matchup. StonePlease goes for the Siege Workshop instead of the University. Wood Eco is okay. Eco upgrades could be better, but could be better for both. Here he's got 9 skirms, and there's just 10 skirms for Classic Pro, so it's pretty much just micro difference right now. But Classic Pro's got the momentum. Like, StonePlease is chasing him, and that means he can move out and drop the Siege Workshop on this hill. Oh, man, I love that Siege Workshop. He's thinking about what position am I going to be vulnerable in if I get siege pushed, because that's what this will turn into. And so if you camp the hill with your workshop, they then can't address this area of your base easily. This is going to be another hill that's valuable. I think siege makes sense for both. StonePlease was under pressure, so it certainly made sense for him. He will drop the monastery. He will want relics. Hasn't actually taken down this dock yet. So if he forgets, Classic Pro could swoop in with a couple fires, and Classic Pro could kill all those fishing ships. And just double checking down here. There's actually fishing eco, and StonePlease is going after the Vill. He wants the Vill. He pays the price. Did he delete his fishing ship? Hold up. How did a Japanese fishing ship die there? Yeah, he deleted his fishing ship. All right, that's worth it. You essentially killed a villager and a shorefish with 3 archers. Worth. Monks are out for both to get the relics. Long term, the gold in the north is really valuable, so that's another reason you want to hold on to the water. But then there's still the golden stone in the south. These two are playing so well right now. And I like everything they're doing. I like the town center timings from StonePlease. I like the bow saw upgrade. I like the fact that he's bringing in this relic and will probably bring it in. I love Nuclear Gandhi gifting subs. Thank you, Nuclear Gandhi. Welcome. Dodge is in the chat for that. I like the fact that Classic Pro's heavy on stone for either a second town center or a third town center or maybe a castle. Still really tough the way the army situation scales here. Because Japanese make a lot of range units, which can be countered by the Byzantine cheap skirms. Or they make infantry, which can be countered by the Byzantine archers or the Byzantine cataphracts. And it's not even that, too. It's like the other important aspect is bombard cannon. Japanese win with their trebs because they have better trebs. Well, if a civ has bombard cannon, sometimes that can be the difference. But Classic Pro is coming back on water, guys. How on earth has he not been killed off on water against Byzantines? StonePlease is just so busy trying to chase him down in these areas. A Classic Pro will kill the fish in the north. Big shots there from StonePlease. If StonePlease can kill this and get a counter, he'll be happy. And yeah, it still doesn't have the ballistics upgrade. This army's going to run through. But fishing ships are all going to die. So no more fishing economy for StonePlease. Let's check the farming count. He's up to 25 place, which is insane. Against 23. Man, what a set. Level is so close here. We do have a demo. Again, from Classic Pro. And he's got another demo down here, just in case. And he's actually got a fire, which StonePlease is starting to convert. Run! Run! I like that, though. I like that. It's just another thing that your opponent has to worry about. That's really nice. Again, just love the Siege Workshop from Classicpro. This area is still vulnerable. You might want to castle on this little bump. Feels like the best hill to take advantage of, right in front of the gold, towards the middle of the map. But he doesn't have as many ranged units. There's 14 skirms for StonePlease. And StonePlease has the cheaper imp. So he's going to imp on 2 town centers to beat him there. Which is just impressive. It makes sense, but it is way more likely that you're just going to end up having less economy than your opponent and then have the same imp time. As Skirmisher runs through, Skirmisher from StonePlease sees the siege. And he also sees the additional archery range too. But yeah, now because he built up out here, you feel like you can never push this. So you're just playing towards imp timings. At least until the units change. Man, dude, I am starving right now. I think I'm going to eat during Dark Age of the next game, guys. I haven't eaten in, like, 6 hours. So, I had given myself just enough time to get home. And then there was a bad accident, so I had to go, like, way out of the way to get home. And I lost 20 to 30 minutes. And so I just streamed immediately. Which is fine. It's been a good stream. But occasionally my stomach screams at me, you know? There's no way that StonePlease is ever going to expect that his opponent's going to be in imp faster than him. He hasn't seen anything that would indicate that. He did lose his fish, but he had fish. And there's no way that 3 random Japanese fishing ships for Classicpro is going to make a difference down here. And yeah, he only went 3 town centers. He didn't go for 4 or 5 or anything crazy. He built the town centers almost immediately. So he's playing this like he's going to be an imp at the same time. But that's just not the reality. Micro with the mangonels is good for StonePlease. There's the castle for Classicpro. Almost feels like he's really aware of how important this gold is. And really aware of how important all of this is too. He's slowly making some movement this way and this way. And there's imp. StonePlease is probably like, dude, how? And there's the castle from Classicpro. So Classicpro will complete his castle. Classicpro can immediately start to put trebs to pressure StonePlease's castle. And that gives you your best chance at beating Byzantines. If you can start trebbing these castles before bombard cannons pop out, that could give you an opportunity. Impressive, man. Swivel Hip says, that's what I do. I generally eat a high-fat, low-carb diet. When I do, I can go days without food, no problem. Well, impressive. I do not do that. You are right that with the long casting days, I do eat a lot less, so which is sometimes the plan. But today it wasn't the plan. I would have normally had like a little bit of something before the stream started. Arnolith, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you, Dale, for the Prime. Caustic Sarcasm, thank you. He says, I'm Prime subbing because I'm going to be here a lot the next 2 months. Nice. I'll take it. First Trebuchet's out for Classicpro. Second Treb's about to be out before StonePlease can even make his first. Chemistry's 90 seconds away. We start to see some towers now from Classicpro down in the south. Guard tower upgrade. Probably can't justify Yasama yet because he has to produce trebs. But dude, he's just playing so well. He is behind in Vils. I still think he has a worse sip, but the position is really nice. The towers in the south. I even see a mining camp here. He might build a tower there too. The StonePlease is just hoping that he can play full skirm and bombard cannons to push this back. Just double checking his stone situation. All of his stone is right behind this castle, guys. So, really unlikely that he's going to be able to repair this castle and build another castle. The bombard cannon micro needs to be perfect. And he can see this, but he can't do anything about it, right? Except what he is doing, except trebbing it. Such a great game from Classicpro. I mean, he's 20 population behind. I still feel like he's going to win this game. It's just because he doesn't have skirms. But he doesn't need the skirms if the castles are up. He's getting Kataparuto. Will the Trebs be enough? Will StonePlease run out of stone? His first bombard cannon's on the way. Tower beside the castle. That's a crazy call. So almost like he's expecting to lose that castle and he wants it replaced with a tower. And then StonePlease, 150 stone. First bombard cannon's here. There are enough skirms to attack the bombard cannon. Make it awkward for them to engage. And then the Kataparuto Trebs are going to immediately target the Trebs in the bombard cannon after the castle's down. Castle's down. Here we go. How do the Trebs do? There's a bit of RNG here. That's a lot of fiery balls in the air, though, from the Japanese. And he gets it. He does lose 2 Trebs. He does still have this castle he needs to defend. He does need those other trebuchets quickly. That could have been worse for StonePlease. Taking those 2 Trebs with that shot was huge. He still is gold. He still is stone. He does no longer have a castle, but he might not need it if he can just make bombard cannons. Japanese struggle so much against this comp. And StonePlease is microing really well. He snipes another Treb. So yeah, Kataparuto's great. All the Treb fans out there get excited about it, but it is still not a guaranteed victory when the opposing Civ gets bombard cannons. I still do think eventually StonePlease just runs out of all res, right? Like, he doesn't have the stone and gold down here. There's actually a little tower rush starting from Classicpro to pressure that gold. But he has enough for now to just heavy push mid. And it's not like Classicpro has a lot of villagers here. He does actually find some villagers from StonePlease there. But they're both microing so much in the middle. And the bombard cannons, again, will move forward. They'll go for the Trebs. Attack round between the Trebs. He's hitting both Trebs with each volley, and they're gone. That's so good from StonePlease. That is so good. They make it look easy. None of this is easy. The Classicpro now attacking the bombard cannon. Takes one. StonePlease repairing. Skirms back up. Keep upgrade. Okay, this gets interesting here. Because StonePlease is going to build a castle here. He's actually getting Treadmill Crane. He's losing access to this gold. This keep completes. But some big shots from StonePlease with his mangonel and his bombard cannons. The skirmishers for Classicpro would love that bombard cannon. He can't get it. He's losing all of his skirms. Castle's on the way up. Castle will still probably complete. Dude, what a game. That tower's huge, though. That's huge. I'd just love to see Classicpro actually take the gold. He's done a lot to deny his opponent's gold. I didn't realize he isn't actually actively mining his own gold. The Trebs are hitting the bombard cannons from distance. This is ridiculous. Yeah, he's got 1 on gold, guys. 1 on gold and 3 relics for gold income. That's not enough for Trebs. Needs to have Vills up there. Needs to have Vills down here. This tower was also denied at 99%. But these Trebs have still been firing. Still are a threat. And still the castles stay up for Classicpro. I think he needs a bit more skirm production. He needs more on gold for more trebuchets. And then maybe needs another tower down here, just in case. Because we know that StonePlease will know about that. This is insane. Like, I understand Gold League is top 50 in the world. But this is insane. This is unbelievable level we're seeing. This game is wild. Every tiny detail is going right for both players here. The attack rounds from StonePlease have been epic. The Treb positioning is just absolutely perfect from Classicpro, so we can have a chance of getting those hits. The counter micro against that, he's doing everything he needs to. The castle down here to push this area was a good call, but it mainly just protects that gold. This is his only consistent gold income right now, that gold. So that's 2k gold left. That's it. And man, so infuriating to lose your bomber cannons to Trebs. And it continues to happen. These Trebs have 22 kills. They've done 4k damage, but that's basically just against units because they haven't taken down many buildings. I think the old batch of trebuchets were the ones that took down the buildings. There's a villager on gold up there. There's more villagers on gold down here. StonePlease will build an outpost. He might drop a castle there, guys. He's dropping a castle here. I'm not in love with that. I would prefer he actually build the castle close to the gold. But he does have enough stone to maybe justify just YOLOing down here for a castle. It's kind of hard to castle there, though. There's some rocky terrain, so it's tough to fit one. Especially when you're microing, and no, he misclicked. Oh, God. Could have been worse. But he loses 2 bombard cannons. Infantry upgrades are on the way for Classicpro. Here come the Vills. You can fit a castle. You can fit a castle. There's already a keep there. If this gets garrisoned, maybe this gets denied. But StonePlease is probably doing the right thing. Just bring everybody. Oh, God. I mean, Classicpro doesn't see, so he hasn't garrisoned yet. And every single time, trebs are going down. Or bombard cannons are going down to the trebs. And now there's trebuchets from Classicpro for this castle. This castle's still on the way up. May or may not be denied. This castle may or may not stay up at the same time. And all the bombard cannons come over in response from StonePlease. What a moment. What a game. Castle completes. Dude, if there was another tower, that castle gets denied. Maybe it's game over. But now this castle goes down for StonePlease. He also doesn't have that many vills on the stone and gold, so he could always send more. We're starting to see samurai now, but the samurai are not elite. And StonePlease also saw the samurai, so he can make a couple hand cannons now. Seeing this samurai is huge. He knows about the switch, and there's only 2 castles for Classicpro to produce. That's not easy. Classicpro will still have more gold. He still has all of this up here, but now it's stone and gold for StonePlease in the south. He still has a big group of bombard cannons. I like how he's waiting until he has like 20 of these. And once he gets to 20 hand cannons is what I'm talking about, then I think he's in a safer spot. It is elite samurai for Classicpro. You know what I think makes sense for Classicpro? You leave like 1 treb here. Try and still keep playing that game where you take down the bombard cannons. And you... Oh, he's already doing it. Yeah, just take this castle down, right? StonePlease has all of his army in the middle. StonePlease has to send all of his skirms and cannons down there in a panic. Castle will just get deleted by the trebs. That's so fast to the switch, and that's such a good call. StonePlease has to leave, and now the samurai say, what's up? The samurai say hello. The hill that used to be controlled by StonePlease is covered in samurai now. The castle that used to protect the stone and gold goes down. The trebuchets are going to roll away and be protected. What a cool game this has been. There's still stone and gold income for StonePlease. But he can't be everywhere he needs to be. And there's actually more towers coming from here. And now there's more trebs even for here. And that is going to be the last castle for StonePlease. And now more samurai dive in for the bombard cannons and the skirms. Damn. How Classicpro has got these wins has been so impressive to me. Whether it be the Civ matchup or the situation, it has just been so awkward. But Classicpro is playing amazing, guys. I mean, StonePlease is playing his very best. Even beyond some of the best I've seen him play. And he just can't get a win against this guy. The Byzantines should be so good here. They really should be, but he just can't figure it out. The next play that Classicpro needs is to get back down here and pressure this. I know it will happen. It's going to happen. Because it's Classicpro. And with how he's playing right now, the expected and the unexpected happen. And yeah, there's just a keep there to deny the res. He actually dropped a couple keeps here. This keep got 12 kills. 13 kills. It's barely alive. But he got 14 kills in that short period of time. And more keeps are getting placed in the back. StonePlease does notice it. So he's battering them down as quickly as he can. But he still can't take this gold. He still doesn't have the relics. And the samurai... They're just very strong if the hand cannons aren't there. And the hand cannons also having to fall back makes it so bad for StonePlease right now. Because you have to hit and run, and you're just running into the back of your base, and then Classicpro can take the map with the towers and the castles. Same 3 trebs that took down the castle in the south end up taking down that castle. And actually, StonePlease completed this castle, but he lost every single villager. So these new towers got 22 kills. Killed every villager there. So no stone and no gold for StonePlease. These samurai. You know, the thing I always forget is they produce very quickly. There's a lot of things to be said about the samurai, like how cool they look, how epic they are. But it's just the production speed is fantastic. I think I'm dropping frames right now, by the way. I don't know if I'm coming back or not. I think I'm lagging. Am I still lagging? Are we back? Are we back or am I lagging? I'm still lagging. Internet's doing the same thing it did yesterday. Well, I'm still recording. I don't know if anyone can hear me, but I'm dropping frames. And the game ends. All right. Well, game ends. Yeah, this is really bad time for it, but I think they're doing work on internet nearby. Now, fun thing about this map. So the big thing is you have the rhinos and the elephants and all of the hunts down here. But it doesn't seem like some players are aware that you actually always have the hunt on one side. And it's not immediately clear unless you do a little bit of research, but it is always the golden stone in the north. It is always the hunt in the south. So I say that because Classicpro brought his eagle to the north. So if he knew that, he wouldn't have had to confirm it. He could have immediately brought his eagle here. But this is literally what I talked about. I said there's a chance we have a fast game because someone might get greedy. This is against Mayans, dude. They have the eagle, StonePlease. He was trying to get 2. He has to keep going now. And okay, he ends up saving the villager. That was so greedy because you always have the rhino fixed in that position. So that's the easy one. And oh, he's waiting. He's going to take it anyways. The madman's going for it. I mean, that's impressive. Because he had to de-aggro multiple times. There's also 2 different animals attacking him. Okay. He's also weakening the eagle, which is pretty good. I think he's going to get it. Damn. All right. Well, you have 2 boars inside your base. Now you'll have, assuming with no mishaps here. Okay, now you'll have the elephant and the rhino. StonePlease is too good to fail this. He's too good to fail this. This is easy. This is easy. This is easy. That's okay. Easy. Get it. Close the gate. Good. Yeah, sick. So he's Turks. He wants to go fast castle. He gets the rhino and he gets the elephant. And then he has 2 boars and berries and stone and gold inside of his base. This is a really good spot. And honestly, my first thought from Classicpro was that he would try and lame with the eagle, which he's done. And then I think he's going to go tower rush with archers. I don't know why I'm thinking that, except for he played a bypass game and he tried that. But dude, I swear, is he going back for more? Dude, you got more than you could have ever asked for. You're going back for more. You got 2 more boars you haven't eaten yet. You've got the water buffalo. You've got the berries. And he's coming out with another one. Well, this will be a new record. I've seen someone get 4 before. I've never seen someone come back with a villager to try and get more. Here comes the villager from Classicpro. Classicpro is going to want one. Classicpro healed up his eagle a little bit. What does Classicpro see? He doesn't see a lot. He did bring in a rhino already, I guess. And here goes StonePlease. Dude, this is insane. Is he going for another one? Are you kidding me, dude? This is insane. This is ridiculous. And now Classicpro's like... Classicpro only sees the palisade. And Classicpro's like, what is this? What is this, bro? Waddling through the darkness are 4 elephants chasing the villager. And we'll see if he can get it done, but that's ridiculous. Eagle is still weak from before. Eagle could go down. Eagle goes down. He's quick walling all of this. Now you have to hold the gate open, and he holds the gate open with the water buffalo, and he's going to get 3 of them. One of them decides to go home, but that's insane. I'm sitting here like, why do this? It's too risky. And he's sitting there like, this is why I do this. Now you understand. Now everybody understands. It's not a risk for me. And Classic Pro is going to get 1. That's crazy, dude. So let's just double check the meat. We've got 1,200 food from just the elephants underneath the TC. And then he has an extra 500 or 600 or so food from the boars. So he has 1,800 hunt available. I'm double clicking the buffaloes too. Oh, it reset. He's basically got like 2,500 food in his base right now. And Classic Pro, he's like, oh, thankfully I have the resources last 15% longer bonus. I mean, Classic Pro is still okay. Like, that's the whole point. Classic Pro is still going to have 4. But, yeah, StonePlease should be able to have food for days. And I would imagine he's probably going to go for Stone. Is it possible to go fast Imperial Age hand cannon, bombard cannon for StonePlease now? Is that possible? The food is there. Oh my god. Well, honestly, this is way less crazy than before. But he's coming back for more. And he killed the crocodile. Still no loom, by the way. Still no loom. Yeah, maybe he'll do it. How many are actually out here? Okay, there's... actually, Stone, please, come back. Stone, please. What are you doing? Come back. Come back. You missed one. Brother, I believe in you now. Come get this rhino. A crocodile is no match for you. Come get the rhino. He doesn't know. But yeah, that'll be no problem. Fast Imp would be sick here. Fast Imp would be so sick. Oh, God. It's going back. Oh, nope. Uh-oh. Forgot the water buffalo was late to work. Okay, he fixes that. And he'll bring in the rhino. No problem. Still has 2 boars left. But he reaches feudal. He'll go for the market. He'll go for the blacksmith. It does definitely feel like he's going to sell his stone for gold, which makes me think this could be Fast Imp. Also, did Classic Pro lose? Classic Pro lost a villager at some point. I don't know when. But Classic Pro lost a villager to a rhino or something, guys. Where was this? How long ago was this? I got to go back. Okay, so it was around this time. Oh, he was so busy Dude, that makes this even better. He was so busy trying to stop that. He loses his eagle, and then he loses a villager to the boar. Wow. And he had loom. So StonePlease had no loom. He brought in the whole freaking continent of Africa under his TC. And then Classic Pro had loom and lost a villager. You know, some people are just built different. That's amazing. Oh, the scout died. Well, it's still pretty amazing from StonePlease. Nice find from Classic Pro. And actually, sniping the scout's a pretty big deal because that scout can give you a lot of information. You're not going to want to leave your base if you lose your scout like that. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? It could be a boom. So we could just see town centers from StonePlease. We know he doesn't need farms. I was expecting unique unit. I think Classic Pro was as well. So he's shifting to stone now. But it's even late for a castle. So if anything, he might just go for like guard towers or something. It feels like StonePlease is just going to drop town centers. He walled up back here. He walled up back here. So a town center in the back. You can take more hunt. And then you can have safe wood. Would make sense. But yes, no scouting. And Turks are usually going for a castle. So I think Classic Pro is really paranoid right now. So he will walk forward. And he will build a house. And then he will build an outpost there. Which is a good move, I think. StonePlease will drop the town centers. All right. TC number 2. TC number 3. Not bad. Technically, this is a slightly bugged map. We are missing a relic. There's supposed to be a relic in this corner. But our base pointed that out at the start of the game. After StonePlease had already like brought in a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff happened. It's unlikely that Relic ever gets collected. We are not restarting this game. That would be ridiculous. 4 TC boom. 4 town center boom. Okay, but like at a certain point, you're going to need farms to support every single one of these town centers. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that you do need to think ahead. The balance could go all over the place here. We have Classicpro building outposts and houses in front of his gates. Which is kind of a low elo move. So if he ever tries to leave his gates now, he won't be able to. Still has his boars, still has some zebras, still has some berries. But we are in Castle Age, still without a farm for StonePlease. 4 town centers. You gotta drop farms, though. Farms need to happen now. And, like, the farms are there for Classicpro. Classicpro can basically see what is and isn't happening. So, I don't know. Did he see the boars? Imagine... He caught a glimpse of the boar. Okay. Might not have noticed it, though. But, yeah, he knows it's not going to be army pressure. He sees the town center. He knows it's just a boom. But what do you do? I feel like Turks are really hard to push now if you haven't already applied pressure, because they can get the fast Imperial into the gunpowder. StonePlease, my friend, please build a farm at some stage. Please build a farm. Vil count's insane, though. He's got time to figure that out. Still just 2 TCs for Classicpro. I think it's supposed to be 6 relics on this map. I think that's what we wanted. I don't actually know yet. 1, 2, 3. And then it's supposed to be the same up here, I think. 1, 2, and 3. In this case, Classicpro is the only one not going for relics. StonePlease is going for the relics. So that's good for him. But he clearly knows the map, right? Like, he practiced this. I don't think anyone comes in here down 2 games in an important play all 3 and plays it like this unless he's confident. That confidence comes from practice. And finally, the farms are coming up now. But his Vil count is insane. Like, don't be critical of the idle TC, because they weren't idle for a long time. And that 4 TC versus 2 TC boom is evident right now. 55 villagers versus 39. And if he were to get pressured, he could always drop a castle. It's going to be Mangonels from Classicpro. I don't really like the Mayans choice here if you don't use your eagle early, which is what he wanted to do. I think things have gone a little bit off the rails here for Classicpro, but he's going to pressure because he knows the matchup can be tough. Maybe a little 2 town center fast Imperial Age is his plan. I mean, that's the way to pressure a big boom like this. To beat a 4 TC boom, you hit him faster and you pressure with army, right? So that's what he's going for. Ooh, it's going to be a ram and a mangonel. And StonePlease never did the same thing and never built an outpost. If there was one mistake from StonePlease, it's that he didn't outpost here. He should know something is coming. He still doesn't have loom. I think he does notice it. He just forgot that villager, and never mind. No, he didn't. And here comes a castle. Here comes a ram. Here comes some pressure from Classicpro. Let's see what StonePlease does with his resources. He panics big time. So he sold a lot of wood. He bought the stone for his own castle. But will he have the resources for Imp? He's building a castle with 24 villagers. So that's a third of his eco is currently not working on anything. And Classicpro is going to go fast Imp. Classicpro is idling. Classicpro is balancing his res. I think both will do that. Significant Vil lead for StonePlease. So if the Imp time is remotely close, it could be over. Also... StonePlease has been spotted by the Mangonel. And he wants that relic to go home. Run! Run! No! Ah! That was so funny, dude. That was so crazy. He sat underneath that mangonel, full well knowing he was going to die, and then he thought, ah, shit, let's give it a shot. That's amazing. Well, guys, we've got a ram from Classicpro. We have Imp on the way for Classicpro. Classicpro's making plumes, which doesn't sound like a lot, but a couple of the units inside the castle does mean he's dishing out more damage against StonePlease's castle. StonePlease is imping. He's getting loom as well, which feels pretty important. But it really comes down to, can you make trebs? Can you make cannons? Mayans obviously can only make trebs. That's the big weakness here. The StonePlease can make both. But again, this castle's going down. And over here, he lost a villager to the mangonel. He's chasing down the mangonel with that vill. The plumes will run over that way. This castle is being repaired with a lot of stone. And a lot of the gold is right behind here. And the rest of the gold is way over here on the sides. So having any army over here for Classicpro is really nice. Even just 2 plumed archers patrolling there. And then maybe the opponent runs out of res. Look at Classicpro check the sides now. He knows. Eventually the gold's going to run dry. We do have a mangonel from StonePlease. That'll take down the ram. That ram did a lot, though. And the first treb will be out for Classicpro before the bomber cannons come out. I could see this. It might even be inaccurate to call it a throw, right? But I could see this slipping away for StonePlease. This is a lot of nerves. But I do still think he has a pretty nice position here. You pick Turks for this. For the early chemistry to save you. He's buying stone so he can repair his castle more. What would really hurt is if his siege workshops get trebbed down right as the bomber cannons are about to eject. And then he has to rebuild new siege workshops. Janissary's over here to defend. Classicpro micro as good as usual. Siege workshop and walls over here. Classicpro probably needs to fall back towards the castle soon. And he only has 1 to produce his military. So he's going, everything is with this castle for Classicpro. Everything. He also doesn't have his eco there to just repair the castle like StonePlease does. I think StonePlease is defending the sides just fine. It's not that big a deal. He needs the bomber cannons right away. He's got 1 on the way. He does have another on the way from this siege workshop, which was a little confusing initially. That's still fine. It will take a second longer to get here, but that's still okay. He has only 900 gold left in his base. Defensive castle from Classicpro. I think Classicpro is just understanding he is never going to keep his castle up. He's always going to lose that. He does take down StonePlease's castle. StonePlease is housed. But a 28 villager lead. And he will get relic number 2. Could get relic number 3. Could get relic number 4. Could now use his military to give him some stone and gold on the side, too. The main issue is dealing with the plumes. But first, he has to deal with the castle. Plumed archers will have bracer in a second. These plumes need to be microed perfectly for Classicpro. Janissaries are a pretty good unit for StonePlease to have. It's good he produced some, because he can't do it any longer. And Classicpro tries to leave out and leave his base. Misclicks the wall, so he loses an extra unit there. And castle down. He does still have this castle. But he's got 7 on food against 30 on food. It is 2 town centers against 4. With no relics, no town centers protecting all of this. StonePlease could have been tilted. He could have been frustrated. Just based on how well he's played today. And he might feel like he should have won the first game. Game 2 was really close as well. At the very least, he had a really good Civ matchup. But he has played so well here, guys. It's impressive. The majority of the times I've seen Game 3 in these scenarios, where you have the underdog down 2 games, they're not able to pull out their best work in game number 3. And a lot of that's just due to the mental side of it, right? Plumes will find some damage here. Remember, it's not sudden death or anything, so like losing your town centers isn't that bad. But Classicpro is just hoping to find damage somewhere and at least use the mobility of the plumed archers. But he's not Japanese anymore, so this bomber cannon could maybe just snipe the Trebs. Classicpro's attacking the bomber cannon. StonePlease is noticing. StonePlease is still here. It's still just slowly taking down the buildings in Classicpro's base. I think if StonePlease has a chance, it's just... Or, sorry, if Classicpro has a chance, it's just because StonePlease will leave a lot of villagers unprotected over here. But I just don't see playing Plumes being a very realistic option if you only have one castle. So this castle has to stand. Hand cannons for StonePlease feel like a really good call because he doesn't have his own castles. And bombard cannons need to back up. Whoa! Walls get deleted, so you better win the fight. And yeah, you're not winning the fight that clearly here, pal. He wanted to immediately get rid of the walls so he could take down those bombard cannons, and he might have gone a little too far. But that would make me freak out. That might be mind games right there. StonePlease is assuming he's got elite eagles coming in or something. Like, someone deletes their walls like that, you're expecting a really big army. So maybe you back up. This is kind of random and kind of funny, but Classicpro probably doesn't have the time to save those. StonePlease was like, you know, I guess I can stay here. And plumes are running through. Classicpro needs to snipe a bombard cannon at least. He'll get one. Dude, all these vills are exposed. All these vills are exposed. Well, not all of them, but the stone villagers are at least. And there's another castle from Classicpro. Classicpro just refuses to quit. But he still finds opportunities. That's what I was impressed with in the previous game, is how he was able to get control over the game, and StonePlease would chase him. StonePlease doesn't know he has a 30 vill lead. StonePlease doesn't know any of these things we do. He just knows the momentum in the game is he's getting trebbed from the right side, he's getting attacked from the left side, and he hasn't been able to push and break the castle yet. And now it's 2 castles for Classicpro. I would prefer elite plumed archers over hand cannons in terms of cost, but the hand cannons are still more than fine choice here. I really think StonePlease is just going to need to... He's just going to need to focus down these castles. Don't chase. Any opportunity you have to kill these plumed archers, take them, but don't try and run after them right now. Classicpro had his Treb over here to defend that castle, but now there's this castle as well, which is cracked terrain. So even though it's uphill, it does go down faster. A tower from StonePlease is a nice idea. StonePlease really light on gold. Like, really light on gold. Only 5 on gold. These are the 5 villagers. Wow, Trebs actually survive as well? What is that? How on earth does he get away with those Trebs? Type a 1 in chat if you really hate using Trebs in AoE 2. Meaning, like, moving them around. I'm so bad at it, guys. They're so clunky. They never listen to me. They're, like, packing and unpacking at random times. Like, I struggle with it. And it is a tough unit to use. And they're really important at the same time. Yeah, it feels like it's always easy to just forget them sometimes. But Classicpro hoping to break in here. I don't know if that will happen, but here's the more important fight is Classicpro snipes another bombard cannon. Again, bombard cannons and hand cannons cost a lot of gold for StonePlease. Classicpro still in it somehow. I don't know how. It's all about the micro and the plumed archers. But it's been patient from StonePlease. This is also going to be the killer blow. His economy is good enough now where he could switch full Hussar. There is no way that Classicpro can ever switch into anything else. So, if you can get Hussar with a couple armor upgrades, that's enough to snipe the Trebs. That's enough to get into the eco. It could be really strong here. But you do need the upgrades, and you do need the buildings before you make the switch. And so he's getting the upgrades now. There's the 7 stables. Classicpro is going to wish he hadn't deleted his walls once the Hussars show up. Though, to be fair, a lot of this is the most important area, it feels like. And even Hussars there underneath the castle with the Turks is pretty strong. The plumes are good, but they're not great. And it's not easy to produce them when you've had to sink 2,000 stone into repairing multiple castles. He does lose a trap. He'll trade that for a bombard cannon. I guess that's fair. But he's still taking damage on this castle. I think elite plumed archers is even too difficult to afford right now. The StonePlease just needs time. He just needs to wait. He doesn't actually need to break this castle right now. He has this game. He just needs that switch to change the game. And holy stables, man. 10 stables as well. I think in super late game, it's a really awkward matchup for the Turks if they don't have golds. But whoever wins this fight is going to have all the golds. And the Vil count is already so good for StonePlease. So I don't hate Mayans against the Turks. But for an arena map like this, Mayans was questionable to me. All the blacksmith upgrades you need is just armor. You'll want the attack too, of course, but armor's the key. And then I think we'll see him full queue his stables. He's been super patient here. And Classicpro's just healing up his plumes into the castle. He hops out again. And then he falls away again. Man, it's such hard work when you play against Classicpro. Like, you always have to pay such close attention. So easy to make a mistake. You look away now, and then the plumes could hop out again. Or you get plumed archers into your farming eco like this. Or you get plumed archers over here. Or the trebuchet came back. Yeah, raids will happen. Raids will start to happen. And Classicpro uses those raids as the setup. He's expecting StonePlease will not be paying attention here. But StonePlease is paying attention. Actually, StonePlease is not paying attention in his own base. That's kind of the issue. But StonePlease is going to push. StonePlease is going to push. He might be losing farmers. He might be potentially losing lumberjacks and town centers. I don't know. But he's dropping a castle. Bombard cannons still are just sinking damage into the castle. The hussars are through. These hussars can just take the repair vills even. Forget about the plumes. Take the repair villagers. Classicpro has to back away now that hussars are here. And plumed archers are still here, but StonePlease can send some army back there to deal with that. That is not a very big army. And now I'm positive this castle will fall. And all of this is exposed. Maybe if the plumed archers were elite, you'd have some confidence. But even then, it just feels like you need another unit now. And artillery's coming in too from StonePlease. So 14 range on the bombard cannon soon. That upgrade is 600 food and 650 gold. This is just a full eco game from StonePlease. And it all goes back to the Dark Age shenanigans, right? Like, he never gets a 4 TC boom if he doesn't do that. It's crazy. And wants to drop another castle now. There's just no chance for Classicpro. Classicpro really wanted the sweep here. There's some really strong players in this group. Daniel's one of them. Daniels was here earlier saying, why'd you make my group so hard? So he would have loved the 3-0, but he doesn't get it. Great series. Great games, man. That was such a crazy game. I think it's very high risk, especially in the next series. If StonePlease thinks he's going to get away with getting all those rhinos and all those boars, I think he would be mistaken. But it was impressive. The palisades were perfect. The houses were perfect to de-aggro it. Like, clearly that takes a certain type of player and certain type of skill to do that. And it's not like the opponent didn't have a good civ to try and stop it. I think you pick Mayans because you get early loom and you have the eagle. And yeah, it just then ends up happening with Classicpro loses the villager and then he doesn't get all the food there. So I think overall both players will be pretty happy. StonePlease can go back to the drawing board for the next week. That's a really nice result in the group for him, considering Classicpro's maybe my favorite for the group. And yeah, he avoided the sweep. He got some money in the bank and got some experience for next week. So, and yeah, if you're curious just how fast StonePlease is, that's how fast he was. He was his fastest in Dark Age. So that was when he was clicking his scout and his villager, bringing in the elephants. But I want to go back and look at that. That was so funny. We had 3 moments in this game, which are definitely going to hit YouTube Shorts. Where was that? I think it was a bit further back, right? The funniest part was that Classicpro was looking for these elephants and how he found them. Check this out. So he's expecting something to be here. He's like, all right, here we are. There should be an elephant. Wait a second. What was that? What did I see in the darkness? Oh, there's an elephant. Oh, wait. There's a there's a whole freaking group of elephants. What the hell? Oh, that looks so funny. And I mean, it works both ways, right? You get the elephants for yourself, but also Classicpro brought a villager, and Classicpro was hoping to get the elephants, and he doesn't get them now. The eagle goes down, and then the villager dies. Like, I don't think that one Stone Please the game, but it certainly didn't hurt. Like, that whole sequence was ridiculous. So, yeah, well played. But the boom was good, and the fast imp was huge. 4 TCs was a pretty good move. I don't know if... I feel like maybe 3 town centers with better eco upgrades could have matched the same timings, but obviously it worked out. Good strat. Mayans was weird, though. Mayans was weird. I think Classicpro wanted to take the boars. He had Spanish first pick, and he's probably regretting it now.